Hey, I just want to talk about what's happening right now. And it's been going on since uh, some might say 10/7/23. Uh, on the other hand, it's perhaps been going on for 100 years. And that is that Israel, with the full support of the United States, in some other countries, England, Germany, and so forth, are um, exterminating the Palestinian people and starving them to death, not allowing in any food, or they've blown up every hospital. They have killed all these journalists. Um, they have uh, killed aid workers and always blaming Hamas for it. And it's really disturbing because I make the distinction between Israel and, of course, Jewish people in general. But, you know, there was the Holocaust, and then a couple years later, there was the Nakba. And that's really disturbing because how can people who've been dehumanized themselves for centuries then turn and dehumanize other people? And that Germany also supports Israel is also disturbing. Uh, it seems like the message is the Holocaust was wrong only because it was done to Jewish people, not because it was done to human beings, uh, any human beings. But here we are, like in the media, particularly the corporate media, has been complicit in this. They they haven't really reported what's going on. I think TikTok is being eliminated because of the, uh, the footage you can see on TikTok. It really does make me feel helpless because I can't stop it. I don't know what to do, how we're going to stop it. And then the universities are under attack. They have to redefine what it means to be anti Semitic, and have to expand the whole idea. Um, it's just awful, you know. And like I said, it's been going on for like 100 years, according to Rashid Khalidi. The Nakba was what year? 1948. And I most of my life I didn't realize what was happening. Israel Palestine. I just thought it was like two warring peoples fighting over Holy Land, but it's that's not what's been happening at all. Um, as Elon Pape and Norman Finkelstein and Sarah Roy and so many other scholars, Gideon Levy, so many people have pointed out that this is this has been a planned ethnic cleansing. As the late Baruch Kimmerling said, that it was a Gaza. It was an open air prison, the largest open air prison concentration camp in history. And now they're gonna put whatever number of people are left in Gaza into literal concentration camps. I just don't know how anybody could do this to other human beings. I know that Israel is a Jewish supremacist state, But even if you think other people are inferior to you, that still wouldn't give you the right to kill them. And that people do this in the name of God, that they're the chosen people and that this is Holy Land is really bizarre as well. And the Palestinians are not inferior people. There are no inferior people. We're all, in fact, the same people. We're more or less identical. It's just really sad. I don't know how this is going to end. A lot of scholars I read, they think that this is the end of Israel. Um, it looks like it's the end of the Palestinians, not Israel. Um, it's just really bad. And as I'm speaking, like people are literally being shot. They are people who are trying to get aid, um, and there's this fake humanitarian aid company. They're not really um, providing aid. They're snipers and they're shooting people as they try to get food. It's just crazy. And what are the Palestinians supposed to do? People talk about 10/7/23. Should they have just allowed Israel to continue occupying them, continue to dehumanize them, um, and do nothing about it? You know, Norman Finkelstein likened it to Nat Turner and the slave revolts. Um, and what some people will do is they'll say, "Hey, uh, um, oh, excuse me, I'm just looking at. Oh, I was just looking at. This is a live chat, by the way. Anybody, I don't know if anybody's out there, but if you want to chime in, feel free. Um, it's just horrible. And I'm 55 years old, so in my lifetime, I've witnessed Vietnam killing all those people. Uh, what was after Cambodia? I don't know if Cambodia after Vietnam. There was all that we've done to Latin America. Of course, there was the Cold War, right, with the Soviet Union. I understand that a lot of that was hyped up and was not really, uh, the Soviet Union was not as powerful as it made it out to be. Then there's this war on terror. We invaded Iraq, even though Iraq had nothing to do with 9/11. Used 9/11 as an opportunity to invade Iraq and Afghanistan. Knew that because people have to be driven to people have to be driven to become warmongers. Um, Killed I don't know how many people in Iraq, a million people. I remember Colin Powell said, "Oh, we don't count the dead of the people we kill." Um, Invaded Afghanistan. We were in Afghanistan for I don't know how many years, 23 years, something like that. Now we're in a proxy war with Russia. Um, you know, probably blew up the Nord Stream pipeline. Um, but just blowing up every hospital, blowing up the schools, claiming that the United Nations is run by Hamas or was infiltrated by Hamas, and killing aid workers and on it, just on and on and on. It's just reprehensible. And like it seems like the most of the world is outraged about it. But what are we going to do? What can we do? There's people who tried to get on the flotilla. They turned that around. Uh, there's Medea Benjamin. I don't know how many times she's been arrested. Trying to speak up, Jewish Voice for Peace, uh, and but most people, whether they care or not, they don't really say anything. They don't really want to do anything about it. It's really sad, man. It's really sad. It's horrible. And I know some people are going on hunger strikes. There's a guy who, Aaron Bushnell, who self-immolated, and it just continues. And and then I think I heard the vice president, J.D. Vance, say that they were not going to recognize the Palestinian state. Gaza's been smashed, the West Bank. Israel attacks every country in the region, almost, not every, but. And then another thing I more recently found out was that there was always a plan, according to Wesley Clark, to topple the governments of 7 different countries. Let me see if I can tell you them off the top of my head. It was Iran, Iraq, I think Syria, Yemen. That's 4. Lebanon, and so it's 5. I'm gonna go look it up real quick. That's crazy, man. All this so that people could have their holy land, and also have, you know, they have to have a Jewish majority because. Hold on, let me look up Wesley Clark. 7 countries. This is crazy. Um, Wait. Oh, okay, here they are. Syria. We already took them out, right? Lebanon, Libya, Somalia, Sudan, Iraq. That's how many? One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, and then of course Iran. And that's what our government's doing. That's what our government's doing with our money. We're taking out countries. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. You know what we could do with the money? Like Trump dropped 12, was it 12 of these bumper buster, whatever they're called, bumper uh, buster bombs. And apparently Iran still has the capacity to, or they still have their uranium, and they'll still be able to develop nuclear weapons. That's another thing. I'm all against nuclear weapons. I think we ought to get rid of all of them. One of the things that disturbs me is that this is settler colonialism. So you mean to tell me after Australia, the United States, all these countries that were prominent settler colonial countries, I mean, we're sitting on land that was stolen from the Native American population. And Israel's like, it's as if to say, well, hey, you'll get your turn. You can be a settler colonial nation too. And this idea that, like, you know, if Israel is intact, that, or however you might say it, that Jesus will be coming back, right? This is the Christian Zionist fantasy that if everything is in order, then that'll set the stage for the rapture. But first of all, obviously that's false. It's ridiculous. But also, can you imagine if Jesus came back and saw that children were murdered, Palestinian children were starved to death and killed so that he could come back to Earth? Do you think he would be happy about that if he existed? Do you think Jesus would actually celebrate the murder and starvation of children, innocent men, women, and children, but particularly children? This is so crazy. There's so many levels of insanity. And then, the crackdown on college campuses. You cannot um, talk about this matter if maybe the moral issue of our lifetimes. Uh, it's just crazy. And of course, the invasion of Iraq disturbed me greatly. It was just killed what, like I said, about 1 million people. And those the people who did that, the Dick Cheney, George Bush, Paul Wolfowitz, and the rest, Condoleezza Rice, and well, Colin Powell's dead, but and who's the other one who said there's the known and unknowns? Oh God, man, uh, he died. Went to Princeton. What was his name? Anyway, I can't think of it. Um, but yeah, no, nobody got in trouble for any of that. Nobody's going to get in trouble for anything. Henry Kissinger was fine. He got the Nobel Peace Prize. Donald Rumsfeld is who I'm thinking about. I don't know what we're going to do. I don't know how we're going to save these people. I don't know. Are they just going to be wiped off the face of the earth? I heard that Israel just wants a 80-20 minimally uh, Jewish state. Um, I just can't believe we're doing this all over again. Like, we had apartheid in South Africa. It's no coincidence that they're the ones who spoke up against what Israel's doing. We had apartheid here in the Holocaust. How could you starve people? Like, anybody has seen images from the Holocaust. How could Israel starve people and use the kind of language that they use? It's just so abysmal. Like, seriously, I could never oppress other people, given that I'm myself I'm a minority, or not a minority, but a person of color, or African American. Really, I'm a product of slavery, and what would I do? Like, try to oppress another group of people? Like, that would be crazy. That'd be insane. But I'm gonna try to do these more often. You know, I'm just using my house. As you can see, I got a lot of books in the background. That's nothing. But I would like to be able to write books myself, and keep having live streams, live chats, try to connect with some people out there, and I hopefully we can all organize and do something because it is really horrendous. All right, well, thanks a lot.